Okay, I'm trying this to see if this works. Oh, it does work. I sort of broke it. Okay, so we have a second thing, and now we don't actually need to go in there anymore. If we need blue for anything, we will probably need blue for something, but not at the moment. Let's try and get this other reflector over here. That's what's more important at the moment, I think. Hello. Okay, let's do this. Right, it's over this way. Okay. Now we don't need this anymore. All we need now is to get through and activate this. And this is the part that's going to be more difficult. So I think it's probably going to be something like this. And by that I mean, let's see, let's do this. And then we need blue. How do we get blue? How do we get blue? Yeah, I know this is in the way. Maybe it's... because that stops that, so... it might have to do with the positioning of this. Yeah. No. Because I do have that, but... Wait. What if... oh! Okay, we've done something different here. That one's not powering. Why is that one not working? Why is that one not working? Because that one should be... oh. There. Yes. Okay, who did we just save? Spider! Hey, it's Spider, who is thought to have been disappeared. Spider exists. Threads available. Show threads. What's this? So that thought that important thing was to have did not know that important thing is to be. The true perfection lies 54. El Arbol del Pueblo de Todos los Pueblos de la Libertad, which not in what man has, but in what man is. Load. RE, the asset. Ha. That is 9+, so we can't see that yet. So let's say this is really happening. We're getting out of this world. I won't believe it till I see it. Let's say some part of us survives this trip. Where are we going? I think there's a lot to suggest that all the texts Mr. Mulciber has been reading are actually part of an elaborate hoax. To what purpose? I don't know, but there are just too many inconsistencies and contradictions for it to be true. Someone's trying to confuse us. The outside world is within us. Yeah, that's helpful, Belial. Rockwell, I don't know. I don't think contradictions mean the outside world isn't real. And I can see plenty of contradictions right here. As long as we get out of here, I don't really care. The end of Gehenna is getting close. You know that what we built here matters to me in ways that are just too complicated to fit in the post. But perhaps I can say it like the blacksmith does, by creating a world. It's not as big or detailed as I wanted it to be, but I like the thought that even though some who... I lost my place. I like the thought that even though I will probably be no more than a memory, static set of facts about someone who once existed, this little work of interactive fiction might continue to be functional, even in whatever place our memories will soon ascend to. Maybe someone someday will play it and get a glimpse of who we are. But mainly, I made it for you, all of you. It's too late for praise or feedback or discussion, so I'm locking this thread. But if you want to talk, just talk. Let's talk while we can. Ooh, if I get up to 9 with this... Huh. Close your eyes. Choose your character class. Let's see. Scientist. You're in a Temple of the Owl, the greatest scientific institution in fair Atlantis, pursuing your work in discovering the secret laws of the cosmos. Your latest experiment is about to begin. Start the experiment. The gears of the machine you've built begin to turn. Water flows, the aether rises. It seems to be functioning. Perhaps now you will gain an insight into the true nature of reality. Suddenly, a blinding light appears within your machine. You take a step back, startled. What is this? Approach it. You step close to the machine and look into the light. You can't help it. It's hypnotic. There is something in the light. Investigate. It's a city. You can see a city, a great city, all aglow in the night. A city called, a voice speaks to you, and as it does, the machine suddenly shuts down. Excuse me, Professor, but the King of Atlantis has requested your presence. Talk to the messenger. Messenger is indeed a servant of Poseidonus, King of Atlantis. You have been summoned to court, he says. His manner is friendly. Very well. It is the king, after all. What is this about? I am sorry, the messenger says, but I may not tell you. Let me reassure you, however, that you are not to be punished or anything of the sort. King Poseidonus merely wishes to hear your wisdom as regards to an important matter. We shall not tarry. Follow. The messenger takes you to his chariot, and together you swiftly ride to the great palace in the center of the capital. It is a splendid place, full of statues and banners and marvelous contraptions. And you can't help but wonder what you're doing here. While your work is valuable in its way, you do not usually attract the attention of kings. Enter. You enter the throne room, and are immediately overwhelmed by its size and splendor. Its most impressive feature is a great mosaic. On the wall behind the throne, showing the history of Atlantis, 1,000 years of culture, somehow embodied in a single titanic work of art. Examine. The sheer amount of work this must have taken, every stone carefully selected for shape and color, placed perfectly to complement the others, so many small elements working together to evoke a larger whole. What an accomplishment, and what dedication it must have taken. Welcome, friend, the King of Atlantis greets you. Bow. No, do not bow, my friend. It is through science that we built Atlantis. You are as much its king as I. That is why I have called you here. Your scientific understanding of the natural world is needed. He hands you a scroll. Readify it. You read the scroll with growing horror because you know that what you are reading is true. The calculations are correct. The numbers add up. The truth is unavoidable. Atlantis is sinking. Not someday, not in the far future, but soon. Terribly soon. Confirm the truth. The king sighs. I was afraid of this, he says, but I had hoped we were wrong. That somehow... but it is pointless. What is. This is the world we were born into, and that is what we must accept. The end of Atlantis is soon upon us. What can be done? Tell me, what is the heart of Atlantis? The king inquires. The people. The heart of Atlantis is its people, you say. The arts and scientists exist only to serve the people. Poseidonus nods. Then it is they who must be saved, and you will help save them. How? There is not much time. The sages discovered our fate only this morning, and they are certain the final earthquake is nearly at hand. If there has been more time... He stares out the window wistfully for a few moments, then gathers himself. There is no time for what-ifs, I'm afraid. Here, you take this. The king's golden scepter. The sailors will obey you. Why me? Why not you? Why a king? Why not any other citizen? As I said before, you possess more wisdom than I, who was made king only because of my birth. Yes, my lord. Poseidonus laughed. I am not a lord, my friend, do not believe I am even a king. I am simply another mortal, trying to find meaning in an indifferent cosmos. My final act, perhaps the only true choice I have ever made, was to select you for this task. My time is over. You must go now. Head for the harbor. Escorted by the same messenger who brought you here, you head for the harbor. Walk to see the city one last time. You decide to take the winding back streets that lead to the harbor. It is not the fastest route, but it's a chance to see the city one last time. You still can't entirely believe that any of this is happening, but some part of you needs this. The streets are dark, but the darkness is interrupted by laughter, and light spilling from taverns and homes. The people of Atlantis love to spend their nights with joy. Some are playing music, others are playing games. There is food and drink and love-making and storytelling under the stars. The earth rumbles, but no one pays much attention. Small earthquakes are common here. Hurry. Hurrying as much as possible, you and the messenger arrive in the harbor. 12 great ships are waiting. Their captains see the golden scepter you carry and kneel before you. They have tears in their eyes, but you sense their determination. Speak to them. You speak briefly, but with great conviction, telling the captains how important their task is. If they fail now, it was all for nothing. If they succeed, they will save the heart of Atlantis. Load the ships. You want to save all the people. You want to save the people of Atlantis because people are what matters. That you are certain of. But who gets to live? Whoever's closest. You have to be practical. The island could sink at any time. You tell the sailors to just get anyone in the vicinity of the harbor. This causes some chaos, but some of them try to make sure their families get on the ships. But you don't see another way. The ships fill up with Atlantean citizens. The ground shakes more and more. Get ready to sail. The ships are ready, the messenger said. It is time for you to set sail. You are not coming, you ask, surprised. I never expected to. There is enough space. There is not enough space on the ships. Stay behind so he can go. It's not easy to convince the messenger to take your place, but he does not want to die. You give him your scepter and suddenly you feel much lighter. You know how it's going to end now. There is not enough time to go back home. Your life will end here in the city. Where do you want to spend your last moments? Watching the ships take off. You sit in the harbor as the ships take off. The wind is gentle, and the stars are bright. The ships have disappeared over the horizon when the final quake comes, and it's like nothing you've ever experienced before. The earth screams like a dying god. The sea rises up before your eyes. Atlantis sinks beneath the waves, and you sink with it. And... wow. Wow. It's moving. That was That was strong. That was some strong feelings. Boy, okay. Let's get out of here and then deal with whatever the mods are planning to do to me. I don't know. I think Lilith's testimony there is pretty important. And I'll probably play a part in explaining things to people. Or getting them to leave, or what have you. Whose hands built this city? I don't know. Goliath. Oh, nope. Nope. That's big ol' nope over there. That's what that is. It's gigantic nope. Mm-mm. Big ol' nope. The land of the nope. What's interesting? This is a thing. Can't seem to reach anything from up here, really. Oh, maybe we might be able to, if that goes, the thing, I think there's a thing going back and forth there. Yeah. That, for a few seconds, it'll connect with something. Maybe that's what that's for. There's a box and a thing there. Box here. This here. For that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. If this gets powered, these might rise up, actually. Yeah, if these get powered. Huh. I think that's what happens. Oh, hey! Step 1. Step 1, we rob the place. So I don't think we need to actually be in here, weirdly enough. Oh, well, this is already a problem, because... Oh, wait. Here we go. There we go. See? Got everything out of there. Let's try this. Oh, that does work. Okay. I wasn't sure that was. Oh, very cool, very cool. Now we're in here. We now have this. Actually, now I'm confused because I think there's a possibility that we don't need this area anymore. What is this power? What does that power? I don't know what that powers. Wait, maybe that's just... Oh, that just powers this. Okay, so... The idea here is obviously that we're stealing all of these for better usages elsewhere. These now exist, and I'm assuming they go in these spots. That's the assumption is anyway. I still need the blue. The blue is still important. And I think if this is powered and that is powered, that will get us the fans working. If the fans are working, I'm not sure what that will do for us, truthfully. Okay, well, we don't need this. We don't even need that anymore, really. We just need this. This can be accomplished by doing this. Ah! Realized that was there before. Let me put this. Oops, sorry. Here. And now we have red going through. Here, here. Oh. Okay, okay. So let's see, herein lies the issue. No. Oh, we got it, okay. What does this do for me? So that's me. Oh, okay. We solved it. Who are you? Mr. Mulciber. Mr. Mulciber. You sure booked it the moment you could. I thought you were talking about not leaving. I forget. Borg, admin Borg, admin Borg, admin Borg. Right, admin Borg are kind of my enemies, okay. Kind of. The outer world, another weird. Fly. The sole property of matter with whose recognition philosophical materialism, the property of being an objective reality, existing outside the mind. Alien tears will fill for him. Pity's long broken urn for his mourners will be outcast men, and outcasts always mourn. Cannot load file. Interesting. This message is for whatever entities will come to be after this world is gone. It might not be necessary, you might know everything that exists in my mind, but sometimes saying things, writing them down clearly, makes a difference. I know that to you, with access to information I can only dream of, my theories must appear ridiculous. I barely understand anything of the world inhabit, let alone the world of our ancestors. I'm an idiot digging through the garbage heap and thinking myself wise. I know you to know that I understood that, but try it anyway, because I believe that the truth matters, and trying to discover the truth matters even if we fail. Even if we can never know the whole truth, it matters that an objective truth exists and that we struggle to understand it. That process shapes the present as much as it does our understanding of the past. That's what I believe. That's who I was. Interesting.